What about this man? You never seen him out in a green vest, so keen to get on the ground, came on, went ballistic, 9 touches, Taylor Duray. Oh, this next man. He's a freak, this next man. A premiership at Port Adelaide. A couple now with the Hawks, Sean Burgle. Number 10, they just couldn't stop him. They couldn't run with him. Look at him go. Not so sharp today, Bradley Hill. The Tasmanian Express, 3 premierships under his belt now. Number 14, ladies and gentlemen, Grant Birchall. A man that had a long journey to this footy club. He's a long-legged unit and he's got 2 premiership medallions around his neck, ladies and gentlemen. He looks excited too. Isaac Smith. Next up, a man that won the Norm last year. He came to us from Footscray, and as he done the job down the back, Mr. Brian Lake, ladies and gentlemen. Number 19, a couple more goals in the grand final. A 2-time premiership player, Jackie Gunston. The big boy that once again dominated in the ruck, a couple of premierships under his belt as well now. Have a look at him moving rather slowly. David Hale. Three goals yesterday in a grand final. I want to hear you all say it, number 22, Luke Bruce. The man with the best premiership moustache I have ever seen, ladies and gentlemen, number 24, Benny Stratton. This man goes hard and long all day, every day. 26, Liam Shields, ladies and gentlemen. What about the next boy? He's been at 3 clubs. He's now at Hawthorn. Ladies and gentlemen, a premiership player, the Spang. The little man that came from South Australia, he's unbelievable on the forward line. Paul Porpolo with 2 premiership players. This next man played one of the great final series. He's very low-key. 3 goals, if you don't mind, in a grand final. Son of a gun now, making his own history at this proud club. Will Langford, ladies and gentlemen. And a little fella that nearly took the best mark I've ever seen yesterday. He's won 3 premierships, ladies and gentlemen. Cyril Rio. That's it. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 2 more 63-point win. I'm sure it wasn't as easy in the box as some thought from the outside.
No, this is a tough game, but when you've got great effort by our players, we had 22 guys that gave their full effort yesterday and executed the plan and got an outstanding result for our club.
Did you get a moment in the box yesterday when you thought, we've won? At what stage of the last quarter did you think these boys and your coaching staff and your footy club have gone back to back?
Well, strangely enough, leading into the game, I was really confident about our chances, but it wasn't until the last 10 minutes of the game where Lukey Beveridge turned around to us in the box and said, I reckon we got it, boys, we can have a smile and enjoy it now. So probably about 10 minutes to go.
You're a very humble man and you always deflect all the attention to your footy players, but you had an interesting year as a coach. At one stage you're in a hospital bed with your feet up. It's been a remarkable turnaround. We'll talk about the club, but for yourself personally, Alastair, congratulations on winning a premiership, which was a tough year for you and your family in many ways.
Yeah, well, it helps. It helps when you've got so many good people in our club that can step in and as Mitch said during the course of the week, we've got a saying in our club, lose one soul to replace him with another one. So the old fellow went down for 5 weeks, we just replaced him with little bolts. He did a great job for us and helped us win some games and get ourselves into the finals.
I'm sure you'd like to say a few words to the various people and the boys behind you, Alastair. Congratulations.
Thanks, Howie. I probably just want to acknowledge this group of 22 guys behind us for their exploits yesterday, which is first class for our footy club. I probably also want to acknowledge the many other players at our club that have contributed at both senior and box shield level throughout the course of the year. Their efforts, we've always said squads win premierships, so we've needed every one of our players to support and contribute to our club, both on and off the field throughout the course of the year. And just finally, can I thank our coaching staff and our footy admin team in particular. The preparation they've done to allow these guys to play the best footy they can possibly play has been first class. It is a really testament to the strength of our footy club and the unity of our footy club. That support behind the scenes for these guys is first class. So thanks very much to our coaching staff, our admin staff led by Stewie Fox and Chris Fagan. Without those guys and the strength of our board under Andrew Newbold, we don't enjoy this type of success. And this is the 12th time in about 50 years or so that the brown and gold have been able to salute this beautiful piece of silverware out the front. We're never going to get sick of winning on grand final day, so continue to support the Hawks. Look forward to trying to do it again next year. Thank you.
Great to hear from the coach, Alastair Clarkson. I think it's time to call up the man that yesterday played in game number 250, won his second Norm Smith medal, his third premiership, second as captain, ladies and gentlemen, Luke Hodge. Saw you in the rooms post-game. You couldn't have scripted it better, mate. Game number 250. You won a couple of medals on the day and you're surrounded by your friends and family and some of your best mates. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It turned out to be a pretty good day, but look, all that stuff, I guess milestones and all that stuff, you probably look back when you finish your career and enjoy, but I guess as a collective group, as a football club, and every player, every support here, we were after one thing yesterday, and as a collective group, we achieved it, which we were rapt about.
Are your kids better behaved than Sam Mitchell's or not?
Geez, I hope so.
Moments in the game yesterday, mate. Is there any moments in the game that stuck in your head that you thought, that's the Hawthorn way?
When I kissed Buddy.
Tell us about that. It was an unusual occurrence. It took me back to the great days of Durham, dishing out kisses in the brown and gold.
Yeah, I didn't think the camera was going to get me. I thought I was behind play. If the cockroach had saw it, I reckon he would have went nuts. But he ran through me a couple of times and gave me a few words, so I thought it's the best thing to do was give him a little kiss on the cheek and let him know we're still here. So.
Jason Dunstall apparently came and spoke to the group late in the season, late in the finals campaign about back-to-back. I'm sure it hasn't sunk in yet, Hodgie, but this is one of the premier sporting competitions in the world, and now you've managed to win it twice in a row in what's been a difficult season in many ways. It's a tremendous achievement for you and the boys.
Yeah, I think what Bung was trying to say, that the competition these days, it's trying to be equalised among 18 football clubs, and to get the opportunity with Mitch's kids there running around and going nuts, to get the opportunity to win back-to-back, very few teams get that chance, and for us to accomplish that was a great feat. But look, a credit to all the boys here, all the supporters, even the blokes that didn't play. That still it was a team effort, and the club are absolutely right with what he accomplished. So it was great.
I'm sure you'd like to say a few words off your own bat, Hodgie.
My throat's struggling a little bit here, but on behalf of all the boys, to all the supporters that not only turned out today, but Mitchell, control your kids. But to everyone that's turned out today, on behalf of all the boys up here, all the boys that have played throughout the year, all the boys on our list, we thank you for all the support you give us. We couldn't be up here if it wasn't for you guys. Our football club revolves around our supporters. So on behalf of all the boys at the football club, thank you very much for turning out today and throughout the years.
Well done to Luke Hodge. I know the boys have had a long campaign. We might just keep them up here for a couple more moments. Would you like to hear from a few more of the mighty Hawthorn Footy Club boys? A bit rough. Yeah, you want the rough. Come on, rough. Rough, congratulations, mate. A three-time premiership player, 5 goals in the grand final and back-to-back. It's a long way from the Parrots and Leongatha, mate. You must be a tremendously happy boy today.
Very much so. I mean, Leongatha didn't have a team that made the finals, so very happy that we did, and very happy that we've won another flag.
I know you don't like to individualise, but it's just for one moment. Made 5 goals in the grand final. That's pretty sharp stuff, Ruff.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? I'm pretty happy to kick a few in a granny, but a couple of us got a few yesterday too, which was all right.
Congratulations to Joe Ruff here, ladies and gentlemen. Well done, Ruff. Next up, I think the great man who's got a nasty cut above his head, but boy, gee, 30-odd touches in the back line yesterday. He was a warrior as always. They tell me he's in condition to speak. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Gibson. Joshy, you had to play on one of your best mates yesterday on a grand final, and I've never seen a grand final where it was built up so much about one man. How'd you go the night before the game and leading into it, knowing you were playing on one of your best mates, one of your best buddies, who you knew everything about the way he played and he knew everything about the way you played?
I think it's probably handy being at North Melbourne. I've spent a few years playing on him, so it wasn't too different for me. But as you said, there was a lot of talk about Bud, but we knew as a back six that they were all dangerous, and we had a real focus on shutting them down. I feel we did that across 4 quarters, which is really pleasing.
You cried last year. There's nothing wrong with crying, Gibbo, in front of the whole country. Was there a tear this year?
No, Langers took over this year. Langers decided to shed a tear, which was nice. I like seeing that. It was his first premiership, and he thoroughly enjoyed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the star, Joshy Gibson. Isaac Smith, come on down. I got a list here, and it says which blokes are up to talking and which might just be a little bit low key today. Isaac is ready to go. You've come to this footy club a remarkable route. You were playing, I think it was up in Redan. Not that long ago, mate. Now you're a 2-time premiership player. You must wake up this morning, if you actually went to bed, and think, crikey, how did this all happen?
I did go to bed. I got a couple of hours, but yeah, it's pretty exciting, and I think the boys are all pretty pumped, and there's probably only a couple of us that are all right to speak.
Well, that's why they haven't got many to speak to. What are your thoughts, your memories of grand final day, mate? Is there one thing that's stuck in your mind?
I think I had the best seat in the house. I didn't do a hell of a lot, and I got to sit back and watch Mitch, Louis, and Hodgie, Ruff. They all just teared it up. It was brilliant.
Well done, Isaac. Congratulations on a second premiership, mate. Beautiful. All right, we've got 2 more boys to speak to. This man's been in various football clubs that have won premierships. Ladies and gentlemen, the Span! Mate, congratulations. congratulations. We spoke yesterday after the game, and I don't think it sunk in. It probably hasn't now, but all these boys have had tremendous journeys to get here, and yours is a journey that's had a few twists and turns along the way. You're now a premiership player, mate. It must be a wonderful day.
Yeah, it's
The Spangs had a fair night, I think.
yeah, you have to excuse the voice. I've had to celebrate for the ones I missed out on, so I had a good time last night.
Did you ever think this day would actually come?
I certainly dreamed of it, but it's bloody nice.
How are you actually feeling about now?
This is pretty surreal to be honest, standing up here in front of everyone. Thanks so much, guys, for coming out. Really
and before we get some photographs and another holding up of the cups, etc., ladies and gentlemen, a little man that came to this football club in 2008. He won a premiership in his first year. He had an interesting year. Who do you want to hear from next? How does it feel the third time round, great man?
Oh, I definitely, enjoyed this one a lot more. To get the win back against Sydney was a lot more grateful.
I take you back to the first quarter. The entire football world is concerned about your hamstring, and you've attempted basically to go to the moon, Cyril. It was one of the more leery performances I've ever seen on grand final day. What was going on? It was nearly one of the great marks ever taken.
Yeah, I got some hops, so I tried to have a crack at that mark. So it didn't come off, but we got the win, which was pretty important.
Got some pop. You got some pop, all right. You had a moment with the coach afterwards. Obviously, he showed a lot of faith in you. There must have been some really interesting discussions over the last couple of weeks, and he showed faith in you, and you're up here today as a result.
Yeah, this season's been very frustrating being on the sidelines, but tremendously thankful for the coaching staff to having full confidence in me, and like I said, just very grateful for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cyril Rioli. Okay, guys, what we're going to do, we're going to get the boys up. They're going to lift up the cup. You're going to love it. And then they're going to turn around, and the best photographers in the business, you'll see the photo on the back of the Herald Sun, the front of the Herald Sun. It's been 12 months since you've seen the photo. You want to see it again tomorrow. So we'll get the boys to lift the cup, then they'll swing around, and I need you to go all crazy. But ladies and gentlemen, I think we'll get Clarko here, we'll get Hodgie here, and they might hold up the back-to-back premiership cups, ladies and gentlemen. We might play the song, the 2000...